the Golf Spotlight. Ralph Irvin here, and I'm at the TaylorMade World Headquarters. We're talking the newest irons from TaylorMade, and I'm joined by Brian Basil, Product Creation Manager for Irons and Wedges. Brian, thanks for joining me.
Thanks for having me, Ralph.
And new this fall from TaylorMade, 2 new sets of irons, and one of them really designed for the premium players out there.
Yeah, Ralph, we are introducing the Tour Preferred irons, and they are basically the next generation of the R7 TP irons that we came out with a few years ago. It's the same concept in bringing technology to the better player package, so we're pretty excited.
And in talking about it being designed for the better players, it really has the lines that the top professionals, top TaylorMade staff players really look for.
Yeah, a lot of their feedback was, hey, can you just fine-tune it a little bit? Can you make the sole a little bit thinner? Can you make the blade length slightly shorter, offset a little bit less, but just really small tweaks.
And differences between these tour irons and ones in generations past, you're not exactly talking muscle backs or blades. They still are cavity backed and still are good for 10 handicaps.
Exactly. Yeah, the MOI is remained even though we have reduced the overall size. So the performance benefit is there for, like you said, 10 handicaps.
And of course, besides the thin lines, they're steel, not talking about titanium, because you're able to cast the steel now in a very thin face, thus reducing the cost as well as the operations of building the clubs.
Yeah, exactly. The stainless steel that we use is very durable, but also to get the thin face. But with the sound treatments that we provide, we can still get the feel of a forged iron, and that's the cost benefit right there. I mean, of being able to use stainless steel, cast it, and then get it to sound like a forging.
Now, the other new iron that's out there is more of a game improvement iron, and that is from the Burner line. Yeah,
we have the new Burner Plus, which as a lower handicap player, I'm still excited about this product, even though it's for the higher handicap player. It has an advanced perimeter weighting, it's extremely high in MOI, and it has a very fast pace. So players are going to experience this ball flight that is dramatically different. It's so easy to hit, and then the ball gets up and remains up there and comes down at a steeper angle. So I think those 10-plus handicaps are going to get the benefit, and they're going to really enjoy golf a little bit more with this one.
And when you're talking about it having a wider sole, it's not that the width is staying the entire width of the club. You've got areas where it's wide and areas where it's not.
Yeah, so there's a benefit to having a very wide sole for the high handicap player. Having a wide sole gives you a CG that's further back, and that's beneficial when your club head speed is down and you have trouble getting the ball in the air. So that CG back on the wide sole helps, but then you still want playability. For those players that have the higher handicaps, their swing variability and their downward angle is very, very different. So to have a sole width that's beveled in the back gives you some more options of playability for those different swing types.
And of course, these aren't the only irons out there. You also have the Tour Burner that you introduced this year. So a full complement of lines, and for anybody who's interested in getting new irons from TaylorMade, they just get information online.
You can get information online, no problem. And then we always recommend you go to a fitting center if you can and test the product and really find the one that works best for you.
All right, Brian, thanks for the time and joining me.
Thanks for having me, Ralph.
I want to thank Brian Basil for joining us here on the Golf Spotlight. Join us next time as we continue to bring you the information that you need for your next golf purchase.